have Ron, who's I don't know what's going on with Ron tonight. I was expecting to see a banner hanging up behind him, fresh from the kill. But Ron, why don't you tell us what's going on?
Well, the banner and I made peace, and so I did kill it. And its carcass is now laying on me, and it was a rough struggle. But we made it. Actually, what you can't see are the hooks that she's hung up on the wall behind me. They're drying, so we can actually hang the banner up tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm wrapped in the banner, so it can't attack me, and just such a rough night.
Oh, that's good. I'm not sure if we're live yet.
Yeah, you are.
Oh yeah, there we are. Okay, it wasn't showing. It was only showing one viewer. All right, so yeah, folks, what a night we had last night. And I did the wrestling sim after, so
that was funny.
Yeah, that was a good time. The only thing I can't figure out though is it's like we got only 7 likes and 2 dislikes. Who as there banner rooters there? Are people rooting for the banner?
Apparently, from ID Jester, people were rooting for the banner because he did a rant today. He did a rant saying you shouldn't root for the banner. Andrew lost $4 at Churchill.
Yeah, that's tough.
New York is supposed to start racing again on June 1st.
Really?
Yeah. No fans in the stands, but most of that's very few people go to horse races anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh no, we did not sing the Star Spangled Banner.
The banner, yeah. The banner's draped all over him, so I don't know if that's if he's getting pinned by the banner.
No, I'm not being pinned by the banner. So Sarah and I watched last night before I went to bed, just because she wasn't quite sure what the hell happened. She comes in, she's pulling things off me, and so Sarah doesn't find what we do funny most nights.
Yeah,
she was laughing.
Everyone was laughing.
She was laughing. She also said that I showed much too much of my boxer shorts through most of that.
What are you gonna do?
So,
yep. So, yep. Ron the banner. He had a banner night. Yep.
Yep. NASCAR tomorrow. German soccer today.
Yep. If anybody's interested,
yes.
Last night, I did this last night. I don't know if anybody. I know some people did, but last night, just for fun, I did a wrestling show last night.
This was funny.
So, banner boy Ron Juckett. So, Ron comes in. This is Ron. He comes into the ring. This is Fire Pro Wrestling, by the way. And this is a match that I did last night.
I love that you matched the haircut too.
I just grabbed somebody that whatever. So this is ID. So ID is
he hasn't had that much moss since he was 18.
I know, years old. But ID has a love-hate relationship with Stratomatic Hockey, and we call him Mishit because of all the golf game talk. So ID is Mishit. Okay, and so they're tag team partners, and they're gonna fight the bad guys, and the bad guys are. First off, is this guy right here. Does anybody recognize this guy? Anybody recognize this guy? You would be correct. It is the ABC banner. He is the Juckett Slayer. And so the ABC banner personified makes his way into the ring. Look at him. He's all look at him. Damn, number 1. I took out the Juckett. And his tag team partner is ID Jester's nemesis. And it's a big nemesis. This is a big boy right here. And this is Strat-O-Matic, the ID Slayer. So that's what we did last night on the channel. And we'll speed up a little bit to see some of the action. And so all the wrestlers in the ring, they're beating up on the banner right here. There's Juckett going after the banner, getting some revenge for what happened. And I did commentary, by the way.
Yes.
I did some commentary. So there's Juckett stomping. So anyway, that's a little preview of what I did. So if you want to go,
how did you get Mr. Clean to agree to appear as the referee?
I downloaded a whole bunch of things, and I don't remember how I got that. And he just ended up as I thought I put Mills Lane or whatever as a referee, but I mean it was a random referee, I guess. So yeah, keep your friends close, your banners closer. So yeah. So, but yeah, fun time last night. So if you want to check out that wrestling thing, I did that on my channel. So after tonight, if you want to go back and watch some fun stuff, we did that. So, what's going on there? Pickle One 19. Good to have you in tonight. That's an interesting logo, by the way. Looks like it's like Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Washington all combined into one. Wisconsin. I didn't recognize some of those logos, but they're kind of. Oh, I remember the Green Bay I did, but the other ones I wasn't sure of. Interesting.
Yep, the Brewers from Milwaukee and the W from Wisconsin.
Oh, that's a neat little montage there.
Yes. So Sharon make you coffee?
I made it.
Is it Bananas Foster?
No, actually, you know what's weird is I looked there's two of them with yellow banners. One is banana, one is like a donut shop. And I like the donut shop, but I don't like the banana. So I started picking out the banana flavored ones, and I was like, "Are you gonna have these?" And she's like, "No, it's okay," because I'm throwing them all out. Because I don't. In the middle of the night, I grab one and put it in because it's a decaf and it's dark and I can't see. So that's how I got surprised a couple of times. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna be surprised anymore with a bad coffee. So let's see what I do today, Jucket. Yes, ID. Yes.
No, I slayed the banner.
The banner's laying on top of her, but they're snuggling, they're cuddling, they're spooning.
We've made peace.
So he's doing better with the banner. It was a tough 24 hours, but
that's what it was. So what I do? Dog walk today. We went shopping. Luckily, the line wasn't too long, so we didn't have to stand in line too long. And they get all the arrows like this aisle this way, this aisle this way. You think everyone was doing that? I'd say half the people were. Seriously, the first aisle I went, okay, I'm not going to create a scene. I'm not happy about this, but I'll play along for now. Okay, that's my attitude right now. I have my mask. I will play along for now. And I won't be doing it much longer, but I will play along. First aisle I go up, some guy comes the other way. I'm like, well, that just kind of shoots it out of the water for me. So I just did what I wanted to do. I didn't make a scene, but I was just like, well, if that's what it is, it just makes no sense. It's silly. So I did the shopping. I come home. I walked the dog, did some grass cutting, did some weed whacking. I hate weed whacking. But you can't get up against the fence with the tractor. So probably not.
I made it all look kind of nice. Took down a couple of branches that would hit me in the head. I get this one tree out front. Every time I cut the grass, it hits me in the head. I'm like, oh man. So that's about the extent of my day. I set up on the spreadsheet Downey Golf. Is it player of the game?
Yes, it's player of the game.
Player of the game golf. And I got the all-time greats. And so I was going to take, 16 all-time greats and have them play.
There you go.
So I was going to play and also show a little bit how to play. So I was going to, yes, it is. Yep. You know, this shirt is 10 and a half years old. And it's brand new. I don't think I've ever worn it. Maybe once.
Wow.
Yeah, I went to a show, Halloween night, 2009. I saw them. I saw Hellstorm. I'm trying to think who the heck they played. They might have headlined that night, actually. It was Halloween. 2009, I bought the shirt. I only won a couple times, so yeah, that's Hailstorm. I don't care for them that much anymore. You know? Yeah, I do. I do have a good, we used to play volleyball back there, 20 years ago when we had friends that would come over the house. But now all the trees are overgrown. They're all dying too. It's like if I took down, I got 2 major trees in my yard. If I took them down, I could actually put in a hockey rink in my yard. Not a full size, but I could put something down. I could skate in the winter on the ice, and during the summer maybe have some kind of cement or something. I got 2 nets. I could put up to 2 nets, so I could do a little bit if I wanted to, but that would chomp up the whole yard with a hockey rink.
Yeah.
And lose all that grass. And I like looking at the grass, so we're gonna keep the trees, I think. Even though they keep just like dropping branches every day. It's like they're just terrible. So, the Hailstone's got some good stuff, Corey. They do. That first album they put out, I liked. I think it was the first one. Whatever the first like major hit was 10 years ago, I liked. I did like that one there. They did a couple good covers too. I think they did a Skid Row cover. Slave to the Grind was pretty good. And they did a couple other covers I liked by Hailstorm. she's like this tall. Holy cow. I met her after the show because she come over after the show and she was talking to people. I went like right up to her and she was like, I was like, wow. But she's got a voice. I was like, man, you got a nice voice. You crank it out. She's like, oh, thanks. So she doesn't remember. At least she hasn't called me in 10 years, Jucket.
What?
I gave her my number too.
What?
Don't be like that, Jucket.
What?
Don't be low energy after today. We got to try to follow up with a little bit of something.
I slept like crap last night.
Well, of course, you got pinned by a banner. You got pinned by a banner.
Yes, I did.
Luckily, Sarah came in as a top rope and pulled it off you.
And yes, Banner and I are having couples counseling on Monday.
Oh, they're all long stories if you think about it. They really are. They're all long stories. So, but anyway, so did you do anything today, Jacket? You play anything?
I looked at the rules for the baseball game and watched some videos, but no, I didn't sleep very well last night. So, so sleep. Got some air, went to CVS. There was actually some people out today. It was a nice day out. We got a massive thunderstorm last night.
We had one come in right after the show last night. We had a pretty big storm.
Yeah. And it sounds pretty isolated from the outside here. So, and I face away from the window. And so I don't necessarily see lightning or hear thunder unless it's right on top of us. And so I didn't. I could hear the wind starting to come in, so I knew it was windy. But some local friends of mine said, "Oh, yeah, we got nailed."
Yeah, we had lightning last night, a couple of rumbles. Yeah, ID did a video today. That was funny.
That was funny.
I was actually we were driving home from shopping. She was driving, so I had my phone. I'm just like whatever, and I went on the YouTube and because there was a couple of comments from the wrestling video, and I looked and ID was I don't know if he no, it wasn't live. I think it was only like 6 minutes long. So I ended up like watching it in the car on the way home. And it took me like 2 or 3 minutes to like, he sounded like really mad. And I was like, wow, is he like really upset? And I'm like, I kept watching and I couldn't figure it out till maybe about 3 or 4 minutes in. He finally, he was laying it on so thick that you could finally tell that he was just being facetious or, whatever. But so. Eat lightning and crap thunder. All right. Oh, it's hard to say. I mean, boy, I tell you, the Cat Floby was good.
Oh,
but the Ron wrestling match last night that he had with the banner was a good one. So hope everybody's doing good tonight. Yeah, it did. The ID's video was pretty funny. It took me a while because I was like, what if he's like really mad? I said, he sounds like he's upset about it. It's like, okay, what's he gonna let go on then? But then he sounded like if you rooted for the banner, you're an idiot.
Like I said, the banner and I have counseling Monday morning at 11. So no noon stream on Monday because the banner and I have counseling and
the banner's draped over you too. You got that over you now. Is that like your comfort banner now?
It's my Linus blankie.
Storms in Chicago on Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, so that would make sense.
I don't think there's going to be an encore tonight. We were both laughing so hard last night. And I was up late putting together that wrestling video. So I think it's going to be a low energy show tonight. We'll do a short show so Ron gets some sleep. But we did want to come on and say hi to everybody. And yes, it has driven us mad. Oh, UFC on tonight. Good. The more we need to do more. We need to do more of this. Let's show the world that we're not all going to die. So, yeah, if you get a chance,
it's worth the watch for sure.
Yeah. The ID rant was pretty funny. 5 games shootout, great teams. Oh, nice. Like there's a bunch of people playing shootout right now. That's awesome. I'm glad to see that. It's a good game. And I follow along. Canadians lost 7-0 to one of the teams, and I like double thumbs up. That was funny. Same banner time, same banner stage. All right.
That's a good one.
I'll give you that one. That was pretty good. Who was a tag team partner for the banner? It was Strat-O-Matic. That was ID Jester's nemesis. So it was a nemesis match, a grudge match, if you will. So Jucket and ID joined forces for a night to take on their arch enemies. And should I spoil the match? Should we spoil the match? Or you should
spoil the match.
I'll let you spoil it. What happened?
I won.
Jucket, he didn't even pin him. He KO'd the ABC banner. Yes, NASCAR. I like NASCAR in the summer. I do. I really do.
That was funny. So I checked this morning on eBay just to see, and the guy has another banner.
Oh, nice.
I don't know where he got him. There is a supersized banner from the 70s that's there.
Find it. We'll show it. You don't have to, but whatever. Ron and I, you guys kicked their butts, all right. Stratomatic had to remove, but only for a day. Only for a day.
That's right.
So no $2 fee, but that was yesterday. So it's back today.
Here we go.
Ron had the big slam at the end. He picked up that banner, slammed it, and I didn't know what happened. All of a sudden, the clock stopped and nothing happened. He didn't go for the pin. I was like, "What's going on?" And he got the win. That was fun. I've done that with a bunch of people in my hockey league. We've had wrestling. I just changed the names. I used to be pretty good. At one point, I could really adjust the uniforms and change the colors, and I couldn't figure out how to do that. And I was like, man, I spent an hour trying to set it up. I was like, all right, I'm just going to pick a generic guy here or pick a famous wrestler and change the name. That's all I did. So I'd spent an hour trying to customize it, and I kept screwing it up. So,
wow, you can just share a tab. So here it is.
There you go.
That's
half the price you paid the other one.
That's like twice what I paid for the other one.
Shh.
It's also huge.
81 by 80, 100. What? That's 10 feet.
Yeah, I have no room for it.
Right? 114 is 120 inches, right? Is
10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah. And so going the other way, it would be.
Well, I'm 62
7?
inches. So 7 by 10. Yeah.
So 84 is 7 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just can't get enough. Action PC Golf. Yeah, that's who I'd have to fight. Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah, Wisconsin. They just had a big battle up there in Wisconsin, and they finally said that that they were gonna disregard the orders and open up. And that's what everybody needs to do. Sorry, they just at this point they do.
Is that the dad of the banner that took you out? Yes.
Yeah, so. That's the mama banner. There we go. I don't know. I thought Ron held his own.
I did. I tried.
Ron, yeah, you tried. We had fun. It's kind of bummed. I wanted to play that golf today, and it was such a nice day. We've had 2 nice days in a row. After, what do you call it, March 8th for 2 months?
Yeah.
We finally had 2 nice days in a row. So I went out there today, and I was, cutting the grass. I cut my Sharon's mom lives on our street, so I cut her grass. Sat with her for a minute. She was sitting on the deck by herself. So I got done and I sat with her and chatted. And she's like, "How's your work doing?" I says, "I haven't worked in 2 months. They won't let me." She's like, "Oh, I thought I heard blah, blah, blah." I says, "Yeah, no." So I chatted with her. She was just reading a book and whatever. But yeah, I spent most of the day outside. The dog didn't want to walk today. I took him.
Really?
I tried to take him for the big walk. We got halfway through, and all of a sudden he turned around and started pulling me back. And I looked, he was panting. It was really hot when I took him out. So I was like, all right, you lead the way. You know how to get home. If you want to go, the long way, the short way, I don't care. So he took me the short way. So I just let him take me home, James.
Wait till he learns how to drive.
Yeah, I feel the same way, APBA. I just think that we all did our part for plenty of time, and now I think they're overstepping their bounds. You like the Raiders hat? Yeah. Check it, close your eyes. Yep. So I got the lights on it. Yep. So Mom got me one for my birthday, the Tampa Bay one that is right there underneath the Bucks banner. That's the Tampa Bay one she got me. And then she sent me a few more. So a package showed up and there was 5 of them. All of the lights, and the lights are nice because she sent me that one for my birthday a month ago, right? The next night I was down here chatting with somebody and the lights went out and I had my hat on and I was able to, put it on. So yeah, that's my hockey league actually. Yeah, Eastern Mass Roller Hockey League. Those are our ref jerseys that we use for the league. So I was like, I'm all out of hockey jerseys. I'll start working on the ref jerseys. The banner is on him.
I'm wearing it.
He's wearing the banner. I don't know if you can see it on him. See, there it is right there. There's the banner.
It'll go back up tomorrow. She bought hooks. We went to CVS and bought hooks.
There you go.
And so the hooks are now drawing into the wall. And then because my wife being all smart and all that, you should have done that to begin with. Well, someone accused me of having a fake banner. I won't say who it was. But they're wearing a Raiders hat right now. And so I'd had enough of his libel and slander. And so I go to grab it from where it was because it was just resting on some pillows. And so I wrapped myself in it without trying. And I got in a wrestling match. And so thankfully Sarah was home last night. So at one point I'm calling for her. Dave puts up the long story banner. Such a long story. May it please the court. And so all of a sudden Sarah won't put her face on camera, but you just see a hand reach out and pull the banner off me. Yeah. So
it was a classic. We had a good time last night. We had a lot of fun.
About 46 minutes and 13 seconds into
it does look like socks. The banner does look like you have like these crazy socks on.
That is true. That is true. Pippi Longstocking socks in that case.
Very yes. Yeah. 1800s baseball. Yep.
That's right.
Summer semester. Good. Hey, well, at least things are starting to do.
No Sunday. Ron's not awake enough for Sunday, Ron.
Yeah, Ron doesn't. He's not bringing it tonight. He's kind of low key. That picture never went through. I sent you a pic because you called me today, and I was cutting the grass, and I sent a picture from my my tractor, and I looked, and it never went through.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I must have sent it to somebody else. I hope you don't get a. I hope you don't get a certain picture later by mistake.
Huh? What'd you send to Sharon? I don't need to see those pics, okay? He doesn't either.
They might have got mixed up in the mail. I don't know.
In the mail. Oh, goody. So my wife can open it up.
1884, huh? That's interesting year to play.
So what did you mail me for a picture?
Oh, I did. No, I was well, let's see if I'm gonna see why it didn't go through. All right. Let's see what's going on here.
Floby cat picture yesterday.
Yeah, it should have went through.
I mean, it took me all of 30 seconds to put that together for you.
So I just sent you a quick note, but I don't know why I didn't push that through.
No worries. I know you don't let him take those pictures, but just because you don't let him doesn't mean that he doesn't.
Stop.
Look, he's smiling about it. He sends it to who it may concern at
CompuServe.net.
Right? Oh yeah, Ron at CompuServe.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I got it.
All right. So finally, it's just a picture of the tractor. So I was like, instead of calling, yeah. ESPN banner. Yep.
It's a chalk outline after Sarah moved the banner. Yes. Yes, it's Dave sending to Ron Juckett with 1T at CompuServe.ca. Him wrapped in nothing but an ESPN banner.
Yeah. The chalk outline. Picture of Juckett and a chalk outline.
No pics unless they're of him. See, that's the problem, Sharon, is that he can send selfies.
I send them to myself sometimes just to make
Why
me
would
feel
you
better.
send yourself a selfie?
Just to make me feel better. I don't know.
All right, your regular size. Giggity, giggity goo. Uber's gonna want to eat this.
I don't know. It just might. Oh. I know these banners are out of control. Now he's looking for more. How many banners are enough, Jucket? How many banners are enough?
I'll let you know when I've had enough, okay?
Yeah. See, that's a neat idea. The calculating the pitch count per far pitcher fatigue. I like that. I like the idea that, as you go along, maybe it's like the artificial count, but you can check a different column for something. That's kind of neat. Yes. Official use only. Yes, it does.
I also have the directions for the more advanced rugby game, which I bought.
Oh, I think you said you had that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to play the golf. The golf is interesting. Hey, what do you say, PJ?
Different courses, or what does it do?
Yeah. Oh wait, PJ. What? Yeah. No, nothing tonight. Tonight's been we're just kind of wrapping up tonight. This is the post excitement show. What it does is so you the course is kind of neat. So every player has a card, obviously.
Right.
And on the card, it tells you what they shot for the first and second and third round. Okay. 0, -1, -2. It gives you their average score. Okay. So what you do is, let's just say you're playing whatever course, and obviously they're not the official courses, but they're called something similar. So you're playing, whatever, course, Boston course, and it's a 72 par for round 1. So what you would do is you would, look at the player card, and if he was a -1 in round 1, he would be -1. The next column would be the 72 par. Then you would roll the dice and look at this other chart, and that would determine what he did for the round. And he could be, 0. He could be -1, -2, or you could have a good day or a bad day. Then you check the chart to see if you're way up or way down. And then there's also a skill check, and then you would roll on their card and compare. Like if they were, I said, okay, check the par 5, and he's a B at par 5. You roll the dice on the B par 5 column to see what he did for the day. Okay, for that. So you take his round score, the par score, and then what he did for the day to give you a final score. If you
nice.
That.
Okay.
Yeah. So if the par was 72 and he usually goes -1, and you rolled and he did a -1 for the day, then he shot a 70 and he's -2. And it's that fast. It really is.
Nice.
So I get the all-time greats. So I think I'm going to take 16 golfers and pit them up against each other for 4 rounds and see how it goes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. So I'm kind of it's really easy. It has a lot of instructions, and I was like, oh my gosh. But a lot of it's like if you want to do like a match play or different things. But if you just want to do just straight golf, the first few pages explain everything. And it's like, okay. But I like how it's in color. You know what I mean? I like how some of the things are in color. I don't know if I can show you real quick what it looks like.
Okay. Turbo, I was looking at banners today. There's plenty of old CBS ones because they use the same style for 30 some odd years. You're welcome though. Was I taking the do not remove tag from the banner? There's no tags on it. It's just a banner.
So let me see if I can show you this there, Jacket. Oh, we got a couple comments here. I'm sorry.
That
NBC Sports, CBS too. Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
I hope to get them all at some point.
Do not remove this tag under penalty of death.
That's right. Yeah, ID and we worked hard for that, man.
That was a good match. You guys kicked their ass, really. You kept throwing them.
Beat up an 87-year-old man to do it, but that was fine.
You kept throwing him out of the ring, Yes, he was. He was up late celebrating.
That is my portable air conditioner. Where that's how we can have an AC in the bedroom. We can't have a window unit because the fire department doesn't want to remove it if they have to get us out. So a hose is another story, and so that's how we keep the room cool.
Is that what everybody has to do there?
No. Most people have their ACs in the windows in the living room.
Oh, I see.
I'm in the bedroom most of the time.
Right.
Again, window AC in the living room doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good.
Okay. Let me show you this right here. If you guys can see this, I don't know if it's on the screen or not.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go full screen just to show you. So what you got here? So this is this would be the golf course. This is just a sample course at Downey Open. So as you can see at the top, it says round 1 score is 72, round 2 is 73. So they must move the pins around or do something to make it one extra.
Sure.
So it shows you that so again, you would take your scorecard and write down whatever round you're playing. So you put in the 72, and then you look at the player card, and I'll show you the player card. Where is the player card at the top? Okay, so there's the player card. Luke Donald. You see how it shows you his round 1 and 2 score, round 3 and final round score. So you would put in -2, and then you go to the course score is 72, and then you would roll the dice, and you would look here, and if you roll the 12, it's a single dice roll. If you roll the 14, you're -1 for the day. If you roll the 44, you are +1 for the day.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Well, I mean, I should not for the day. I should say +1. So what then you would do is you go to your card here.
Score, yeah.
Yeah. So you can see how we're filling it out here. So you get your round score. So this DeMarco guy is. We talked Luke Donald. He's usually a -2. So you get your base score. You wouldn't need the skill score. You do the modification. And what did we say? He was -1, so he would be -3 for the day. That's all. Just a couple rolls of the dice.
Very cool.
Yep. But I like how this is kind of neat. There, you roll it. It just tells you what you did for the day. If you roll a question mark, then you go to the skill check, and then you would look at the player card and say, what do I need to do as far as rolling a skill check? But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. That's just some of the basic instructions for the game.
Nice.
Yeah. So what I plan on doing is I was going to so I got my score sheet set up and on the Excel. I was going to drop in the course card so you could follow along as I roll the dice in the course card. And I was going to put up a sample player because they have a sample player card, or maybe I'll put up one of the main players or something and just kind of show off like how I'm reading the card or whatever. So
Steve, most places up here don't have central air. Either old construction or housing. It just wouldn't be cost effective. We've asked them about it because I think in the long run it would save people some money. So can they shoot 13? Of course they can.
Yeah. There's one on the big day, big day bad day. So if you roll that, you could actually go +8 for the day. I think that was the worst you can do. So yes, it's possible that you can have a horrible day and shoot 13 degrees wide. It's not hole by hole; it's round by round.
That's nice. Paul Turbo, did you work for the National Sports Broadcast Wire when you were at the AP? There's a reason why I asked that, and when he answers, I'll give an answer.
Downey player of the game golf.
Oh, nice.
That's the one I was talking about.
So what did it come with? It came with a yearbook with some courses and
no. So you buy the game parts, which I think were $10.
Okay.
And so for another $10, I bought the all-time greats.
Oh, so he wrote for the State Wire. Okay. Yeah, we had a Vermont Wire too, but we also got the national feeds. And so when I worked at the college station, I would read off the broadcast wire and certainly the sports wire. So how many days is it triple digits up here? Hopefully none. We have many more days that are below 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, he's up by the border.
Yeah.
Holy smoke.
24 degrees wide.
Wow.
It's what you get for staring at the hot dog girl on the 9th tee.
I hit one. I was chipping on the green from like 15 to 20 yards out, and I hit it 247%. Sailed it over the green.
That's the hardest you've made contact with anything in a long time.
Serious. It's like, what is going on here? It shot it right over the hole. It's like, oh my gosh. So anyway, so what's everybody else gonna do tonight? I might do that golf tonight, Chuck. I might set that up and make some coffee tonight and play that online tonight. I feel like playing something tonight. Either that, I want to watch a movie. I don't know which. I don't have the attention span.
Movies? I'm sure you got plenty of those.
I have a hard time watching movies. I have the attention span to sit for 90 minutes to 2 hours now. It's even though I have the time, it's like I just get fidgety sitting there. Like I'd rather watch a YouTube video of 20 minutes or something like that. I'd rather watch 10 of those, than to watch a movie. Right, but those hot dog girls, right?
Where they put the hot dog that matters. Okay.
Yes, it would be to show you, show me what's going on with the stats. Yeah, because I watched that you put it in the collections, but I'd be interested to see if you're playing that APBA Go. If you were, I mean, could you take 2 teams and play a World Series, or take 4 teams and play out, the final 2 rounds and tie? Yeah, anything at all to help me out with that, to sell me on that, and then to see how I would save the stats. I mean, could I play, 2 national teams and 2 American teams and have them play in the World Series and then go back and see the stats, something like that? Didn't know if that's possible. Or if I wanted to play a season, I mean, do I have to play every game, and will the computer simulate the other games? Or, just interesting to see what that does. Or is that just like a straight up head to head one game type of thing? I've never played that. Never played that, so I can't help you. That's for sure. I like Basic Strat Baseball. So far, that's one of my funner games. Although I'm playing a little bit of the the APBA now. Playing with the APBA Go. I've been playing with the free APBA Go app. Well, I got the rule book right here. So I got the APBA rule book, and I've been using that to follow along so I can learn how to play. I just turned on my light.
Okay. You can always tell Paul when, because he'd come in the morning. We did a Sunday morning show after there was a Christian show, and then we did some gambling stuff on Sunday morning during that first football season. And so you could always tell when the AP writers were bored on a Saturday night, because the puns that would be in the summaries, chopping down trees and all that. So you could always tell that it was quite relaxed at the Associated Press in the overnight hours on a weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you sit and you catch a good movie and like, boy, I'm glad I watched that. But I think it's the mindset that it's like, do I want to sit here for the next 90 minutes? I'd rather do something to challenge my mind. I'd rather play a game, or even a video game or something, or set up a season, or learn a new game, pick up a game from, Roberto Schiavini or Downey or something, a quick play game, and sit down and try to learn that, or to be more creative than just sit there and watch TV. I've never been a big guy like that. I like the sports, but even then, I don't really watch full games anymore of sports. I just get too antsy sitting in a chair for too long watching TV. Although I'll sit here all night and watch YouTube, because I think you can get more variety of that. Okay, so it's not historical lineups, but it's I noticed that you can fill in the lineups automatically, so that's kind of good. See, I don't know how to set up line. I don't even know who batted where. I just go default. It's fun for me.
Yeah.
I would. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did the Sunday morning show the night after Mike Tyson got beat in Tokyo. And they really weren't, you could just tell that the AP people were not expecting anything to happen. And the fact that they actually had an honest to God sports story overnight was like, whoa. So, yeah, because they would feed, overnights, they'd feed a 5-minute news summary and written, a 1-minute news summary written, weather. The states would send out their own little wire things in the middle of the night, and then we'd get an extended sports report. And you could tell when some of those writers were bored to tears, just because you sit there and you read it over before you would read it on the air, and you'd start to get the giggles, because they would just, they would throw writer jokes at you, because they knew no one was going to read this. It's Sunday morning at 3:37 goes out on the wire at 3:37 in the morning. It's like, who the hell's reading that? That's the stone person over at, at WBCN. Is the EBS test come in yet? No. Oh, so the Red Sox scalped the Indians 6-3 last night. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I had a hard time listening to all those FM stations. I mean, that was before satellite. You didn't have much of a choice.
And so we hope that you enjoy this next 4 hours of yes here on Where the Best Music Ever Made Lives.
I remember one time on was it BCN or WCOZ? There used to be a WCOZ down here, 93.7. That was a hard rock station.
Yeah, UPI doesn't have a radio service anymore.
And they played one of my favorite Yes songs. It was called Tempest Fuge, a really fast Yes song. The guy played it, right? And he goes, "Man, that was so good, I'm going to play it again." He played it back to back, and I was like, cool, man. I'll listen to this twice. It was pretty good. Oh. 73 Strat. Nice.
Oh, okay.
69. I don't know much about 69.
I've done a lot. I've wrestled.
He's done a lot. Yep. He's got his resume is like a banner. It really is.
I've had a banner resume. That's the word you're looking for.
Yeah, something like that. I knew you'd fill that in.
Thank you. Yeah, who could put now I never did anything during the week in the morning, so I don't know if they were that bored on a Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning, but oh yeah. Going through the overnight wire stuff at Sunday morning at 8:00 was always, for that 13 weeks, was a great treat. Was doing that with Tony Whitehill, as a matter of fact.
I remember about 10 years ago, I don't know what station I was listening to, and they gave a little recap of some of the scores, and they were like, and in the National Hockey League, it was Boston 2, Ottawa 1, and Chicago 5, Columbia nothing. Yeah, I love how people just can't hockey. Yeah,
Columbia. There was one poor woman on the radio doing a Saturday night show, and the station was like, yeah, rip and read the sports. And so the wire summary was a preview of what the big football games were going to be for Sunday. And it was Cowboys must have been playing somebody in the region, probably the Giant, a game that would have been on CBS. And she could not pronounce the name Hogaboom to save her life because Danny White was hurt. So Gary Hogaboom was the quarterback for Dallas. Now, knowing how the wires work, if you had a hard to pronounce name, they would write it out for you. So
really?
You really wouldn't have to guess because it was supposedly idiot-proof, although I could not say the name Obahowski to save my life when I was reading the news. And so it came out Hodgeboom. Gary Hodgeboom expected to start it's like, don't read it if you're not even going to pretend to be interested in what you're reading. Oh my God, I got to, someone bought 60 Seconds Sports Report. I've got to read this, Yeah.
What was funny is there was, on the radio, they had this girl in that wasn't from the area, but she was going to be on the Boston News.
Okay.
And so they had her on the radio, and they're like, hey, and they says, okay, here's one of the cities. No joke. Here's one of the cities in our state. Can you tell us the name of this city?
I'd say Athol.
It was, but she wouldn't say it because
it was too close to asshole.
Yep. She's just like, and they're like, seriously, what's the name of this town? It's an actual town in Massachusetts. She's like, At Hall. The joke around here was
best one that he ever saw was over the national wire between a game between Visitor and Home.
Oh, that's great. The joke around here was Peter Falk. Peter Falk was in Massachusetts shooting a movie. So it was Falk in Athol.
I was the news director for a few months. So I would do, some days I would do a noon and some days I would do a 5, or some days I would do both. And we have a pigeon prop. Actually, there weren't too many pigeons when you were up. last Labor Day. I think they knew something was going on and they escaped.
Is that what you call those 20-year-old college girls, pigeons?
No, birds. David Moy would call them birds. That's right. Aunt Becky, that's not what you're supposed to do to the Uber Eats. So
somebody got my joke.
Yeah, I like that. That was good. So the university decided that it's going to get rid of some of the pigeons. And so it was going to feed them some poison corn and have them land in a state-owned farm field. Okay? So the wind, however, changed direction. And so the birds ate and then went in a different direction. They didn't go to where they were supposed to go. They started dropping dead on top of traffic.
Oh, that must have been freaky.
Busted a few windshields.
That must have been weird sitting in traffic. Boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
And so I'm trying to read the story. I'm all of 18, 19, 20 years old and trying not to laugh hysterically because didn't live in Burlington at the time. It's pretty funny, to sit there and go that. And I'm sure that the writer was having a good time with that. And someone said behind me as I'm reading the story, oh, so is there a recipe for Pigeonella King now?
No, the poison in it. They're telling us around here that stop poisoning mice and rats and stuff.
Why?
Because the birds are swooping down and eating them and getting sick. And it's just like,
yeah.
They're poison. It's like, what am I supposed to do here? I mean, I want to, I don't want mice and rats in my house. Sorry. And it's like, well, if you do that, it's like, well, how am I going to get them out? Ask them nicely or what? Do I charge them rent? I mean, what do I do?
I had a mouse once in a closet. First apartment. Yes. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. So I'm at the hippy dippy place I worked at, my first paying job. And so I said, yeah, I got a mouse problem. They found one in my closet. And so for the next 90 minutes, they tried to tell me how to humanely trap the mouse or mice. I said, I don't want that stuff in there. So it's not my, I'm paying the rent, but it's not my building. If they want to snap its head off, that's not my problem. You can't do that. Oh, yeah. I bet you did, Paul. Just for poops and giggles, we packed the broadcast roundup with boatloads of alliteration. Yeah. This is back when they actually read news on the radio on a music station as opposed to, To hear more about the nuclear bombing of New York, please go to WBZ right now. But first, let's play the latest from Katy Perry.
As New York is burning, we got some Katy Perry. The creepiest thing I ever had with a mouse, a couple times actually. Once in this house because we got the ceiling down here, and it was one of the tiles was missing, and I knew we had a mouse running around up in the tiles. I could hear him. I was like, oh my gosh, it sucked. And then when he died in the house. That's all you smelled for months. It's like, oh, it's just bad. And nothing you can do. You don't know where he is unless you take all the tiles down. So one time I went over by the sink with the tile. I looked up and I saw him.
Be the 14th that you needed to take, right?
Yeah, I saw him. Like, he was sitting there looking at me up at the top of the house, like, get out of my house. The other time when I was we lived in when I was a kid, we lived in a trailer, and the sink was at the front of the trailer, right? And we knew we had mice under the trailer. And I went into one of the drawers in the kitchen, like halfway down, and I went to get some scissors or something. And I opened the drawer. The mouse was right there in the drawer. That was weird. It was like he looked at me, and I looked at him. We just well, so he must have come up through the pipe somehow.
Did you get a cat after that?
That's my mom's trailer. She's got like 20 cats, or she used to. So I'm surprised. They never come back in the house after that. Once we started getting the cats, but
yeah.
So she's got the lazy cat, so they wouldn't really go after them. They would just sit there, watch, like they see the cartoon, and they would just watch the mouse go by, and like that's what it was.
Yeah, I had the lazy cat, not Emily. Emily's her diva. The boy we had before. Sarah would try to play soccer with it, and when he was younger, he would chase around the little soccer ball toy. But by the time he was 6 or 7, she'd throw it at him, and it's like, oh, if it's in reach, I'll kick it back to you, but I'm not moving off my side.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I had a turkey, about a year or two ago. I walked out the door to, I don't know, I was going to work or go shopping or something, like a Monday or Tuesday morning. And I look, and he's walking down the sidewalk. Turkey walking on the sidewalk. And he took a left, he walked between the houses and went into the woods. And I was just like, oh, you got the coyote. Yeah, we haven't had coyotes here in a year, but I mean,
I should talk about that in a while.
I'm sure I shouldn't say that. I haven't heard them, but the neighbors that way, which are up against the woods, because the woods ends at my house. So all those houses over here where the woods are, they see them all the time, and they're like, but sometimes they don't see them for months. But we had a family of 3 huge ones living in our area, and every night you heard them. Every night you heard him. And I come home one night, and one of them was between the 2 houses, and he howled and he scared the crap out of me. And these things were German Shepherds. They were huge. I was not messing around with these. In fact, they would walk down the street. So it was like I didn't even like to walk my dogs at the time because
we're not talking Wiley either.
These were serious coyotes, man, and they were getting everything in the neighborhood.
I remember when you had that trouble.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's been better lately, but I think it was like, I don't know, 4 years ago they were really bad, and now they're still around, and you once in a while you see the tracks in the snow, but yeah, they are the size of cats. Yep, that's creepy when you see big rats like that. We have them, like I say, over in the woods. There's a little swamp, and every now and then they come out of the swamp, and you see cars that run over them on the street, and every now and then they're in the neighbors' sheds over there on that side of the circle, so they get them, so they're not happy. So they like the coyotes because the coyotes will take care of the rats for you, but then the coyotes will also take out your cats and your dogs too. So anyway, so yeah, we're a rural area too. We're a suburb, and the coyotes. Yeah, well, we did a lot of. That's what they thought. We every once in a while we get deer. I've seen a handful of deer over here. I've seen a couple of bobcats from time to time.
No, but, isn't fun.
Yeah, no, it's just I haven't seen any, but I've heard it. You know what I mean? You hear the and then it's all over in the coyote. Then you hear them howling. Scariest one was one night when we come home from going out to dinner or a hockey game or something, and we let the dogs out in the yard, and they went flying down to the back gate, right? And he was going nuts at the gate, my dog. And I was like, so I ran down, screaming and yelling. And this was like 10:30 at night. And like everyone's lights are coming on in the neighborhood. I'm like yelling, I just wanted to make a lot of noise. Like, get it out of the house, and this and that. And he wouldn't leave. So finally, I get it out of the house, blah, 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 right? So we round them up. We get the dogs in the house. As soon as we get in the house, all the coyotes start howling at the back gate. And my neighbor had a big spotlight, and she was looking from her bedroom, and she sent us a message and said, you had 3 of them at your back gate. And there was mouth number 1 would have been torn apart if that gate wasn't there. So
yeah, my mom has bears.
Oh yeah, Scott has bears.
Yeah, my mom.
He's not all that far from me. I think he's less than an hour from me, and he's got bears. I got a friend of mine in Pennsylvania living up in the mountains, and she's got bears. She sends me pictures, and these things like just walk in her yard and go through the trash like they live there. And she's like, every time we got to go out, we got to turn on the lights and make a lot of noise because so.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, if you live all around, the coyotes will be all over you if there's no houses around. We're right by the highway. We don't have a lot of woods where we are, and still, and yeah, they will take out the road run. Oh, they won't take out the road runners. They can't catch the road runners. I don't know why. I don't know. No, you don't want to deal with bears. It's seriously, they mess you up. Oh, see that I couldn't deal with. I couldn't deal with the snakes.
See, we live in two. Yeah, we don't. If we have them, they're the Gardner variety.
Yeah,
I don't know, a hungry bear or a cub. You never want to run into a cub.
No, that's true. Yeah, I couldn't take the snakes. We were talking about, moving down to Florida, because of all this crap that's going on. But they're like, well, we do have. Oh no, she was looking at North Carolina. And they do have rattlesnakes, but that I'm like, well, jeepers creepers, it's I no, and not that they be all over the place, but it's just the idea that no, and I know that technically they're here in Massachusetts, but our winters that you never see them. Yeah, so no, I wouldn't do that. That was a video. Yeah, who was the pro wrestler that wrestled the bear? Is that Andy something or other wrestled the bear, which was dumb?
Raccoons.
Yeah, I haven't seen raccoons since we had the coyotes. We had raccoons and skunks, and you very rarely see them since we've had coyotes.
Oh God, when we had skunks in the town I grew up in, and one got in the house, and so I have this ever burned an image of my dad running around banging on a garbage can lid, stark naked, trying to chase this skunk out of the house. That was great.
It is, yeah. It must be weird seeing raccoons in the city, but they get flushed out.
Too. It depends on where you are in town.
Yeah, they get flushed out, and so that's what they got to do. So, well, you want to wrap this one up, Jacket?
Yeah.
You look tired tonight. Looks like you're kind of bannered out.
Yeah, I'm bannered out,
and I think I'm going to play some golf tonight. So, so if anybody's interested, I'm going to probably give it 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to make a fresh cup of coffee. And I think I might try to set up and play some of that Downey golf game tonight, some of the all-time greats. So I might come back on tonight and do some of that for fun.
Cool.
If anybody's interested. So
the wrestling video was fun.
Yeah. Bruce Banner, yeah. Yeah, I can't believe we get two downvotes on that. So I don't know if I got someone trolling me or I don't know. I mean, how do you not like that? It's just a simple fun wrestling thing with some friends. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. Don't care anymore. Just don't care anymore. Yeah, gonna make some. No. I'm taking a break from Action PC Golf. I really am. I'm taking a break from Action PC Golf. It's just, it put me over the edge the other night, and it's just I have some other things I'd rather play that are not gonna aggravate me. And that used to be my go-to thing. I'd sit here at night by myself and just play. Sometimes I'd stream a new course. But it's aggravating me enough. And I really don't want to have to put it on practice mode. But neither again do I want to keep getting frustrated. So for myself, I'm going to take a break from that. I don't know if it'll be a day, 2 or a week or 2 weeks. I don't know, but I have some other things I want to play. I need to get back to my APBA Go. I need to do that. So yeah, I mean, I know that, yeah, Ron likes both. He likes ASG and he likes that. But yeah, I mean, we beat that Action PC Golf game to death, but just you either like it or you don't. And if you're looking for a casual thing, it doesn't feel, we're all used to the, like I said, the old links games and stuff that you're down the fairway and you're on the green and you're putting in. And this one here, it's not that. But you just don't know how the heck you can just be off by that much so many times. And again, if it was regular golfers, me and you wouldn't care. But if it's supposed to be the top guys, I don't expect them to hit it 247% and sail it across the green. I just don't expect them to play like me, ever. Once in a while I have a bad shot, but not a Dave shot. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoy that, Jake. We're trying to have some fun here. Yeah, I like to check that out there, see what it does, see how that collection video works. I like how fast that APBA Go plays. You could really bang out a bunch of games if you wanted to, if you like that stuff, So when you're spending out time cutting out cards and I've done that myself. Although there's a couple of basketball games people have been asking me to try, and it's like, boy, I tell you, I don't know if I feel like printing out 100 fast action cards and printing them out, and then another 30 or 40 for the couple of teams I want to play. It's like I've done that. It's like, oh man, it does get tiring. It really does. So, but anyway. All right, so we're going to wrap up here a little early tonight. We did about an hour show tonight. Just want to come on and say hi. We had a pretty rambunctious night last night with the banner, and then we had the wrestling after. So if you want to check out that wrestling video, it's only like 10 or 12 minutes long. If you want to check that video out on my channel, give it a like. Well, yeah, geez, I like to see more likes and dislikes. I don't know who the heck's not liking that. That was kind of hysterical, I thought, but oh well. So we're gonna jump out here. Like I said, I might be back on later with some Downey golf. If you want to see how that game works and that game plays, I'm gonna give it a whirl, so to speak, and we'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.